over the past week, my timelines have been kind of saturated with this back and forth between Monique and DL Hugley over, at best, a misunderstanding of contracts or show flow or whatever for a gig they did together in Detroit.
I fucks with contracts. That's why niggas got a problem with me. If you sign the motherfucking contract, that's what the fuck it is. But they're so used to niggas fucking around with the contract and being nervous because they might lose an opportunity or a motherfucking chance. So they will redo the contract. I'm not a bitch who's gonna redo the contract. If you signed a motherfucker, that's what the motherfucker is. So tonight, see, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down for you, Detroit, because I would feel less than a motherfucking woman if I didn't let y'all know what the fuck was going on this stage right now. So if my energy is a little different, niggas, because they got me fucked up. The motherfucking contract said that a bitch is the headliner. The headliner. Let me say it again. The headliner. That's what the motherfucking contract says. Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the fuck up for. I'm 30 plus years in this motherfucking business and I don't open for no goddamn body. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. But a nigga named D.L. Hugley turned into a bitch and said I won't perform if she does that. I won't go out if she does that. Nigga, you open for the kings of comedy. I close for the queens of comedy, nigga. So when I leave this motherfucker, the headliner has left. I did this radio show one time, right? Oh, they say, Monique, would you like to play a game? Well, bitch, I like to play games. So I said, sure. Let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather. Would you rather? I said, fuck it, let's go. And then the sister Jasmine says, would you rather your husband fuck Lee Daniels without a condom or Corinne Steffens with one? Nigga, what kind of shit are you putting over the air to your motherfucking listeners? That's coon shit. So be careful who's feeding your motherfucking soul, because you might swallow coon pie and you can't get the coon off of you and it'll give you goddamn diarrhea. I don't fuck with nobody, but don't fuck with me. Now let's start the motherfucking show. I feel better.
Wait, I think it was at the Fox Theater. But they stopped money. Fox.
You a goddamn lie, bro.
I'm just off the phone with it, so I ain't gotta get up. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we got the Fox Theater, bro. Ain't no Fox Theater in Detroit, bro. You tripping.
Oh, you lie. It's Fox Theaters all over the world.
The nation.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay, wait, we got two, right? We got a
I want a shot.
We got a you a lie and a counter you a lie. What's the first one? What was the first one?
Monique, where she performed with Monique.
Who was she performing in?
I don't know how to look this shit up. Shit, I don't know.
The counter one is also a shot.
Monique.
Fox Theater on 2211 Woodward Avenue in Detroit, Michigan.
That's what she did.
Is that where they perform?
I don't know if that's where they perform, but that's where.
Just ask, where did Monique and D.L. Hugley perform?
Fox Theater.
Detroit.
Fox Theater over the week in Detroit over the weekend at the Fox
The
Theater.
growing beef comedians. Yeah,
Damn. Okay.
Is that a double shot from Warren? Is that what
Damn, bro. Dang.
No double shot.
In Detroit.
Ain't no double shot.
That's a double shot.
That's
No, I called it out. How was the double shot? I said no shot on that.
Then what was you gonna go? What was you gonna say?
Okay, what's your penalty?
Yeah, push-ups.
Oh, okay.
Push-ups and a shot. Okay.
You trying to give me call me some shots, nigga?
You doing it? You lost two right there. You lost two.
You called one? You lost, you got one called?
I got the push-ups and the shot. I do that.
Push-ups and a shot.
All right.
All right, well, do the shot first.
Y'all call on do. You lie, ain't no double shot, nigga. You got push-ups.
You know, we like
Ain't
that.
no double shot. Okay. All right.
Anyway.
That's loose.
Nigga. You know what my nickname is, nigga?
Oh my God. There we go.
Moonwalking Maury. That's what it is. What it is. Right.
But the confusion came down to essentially over Monique thought she was supposed to be headlining the show, and the headliner, finishes last. They usually get, longer set. Excuse me, and they usually
do the 45 to the hour.
Yeah, they usually take on the bigger purse. DL also said he had a contract that said he was a headliner. Along with that, all the promotional material that was put out, not by DL or Monique, but by the promoters and the venue, listed DL as the headliner and had him as the main attraction over, and Monique was on the stuff too, but she wasn't the biggest names in the featuring.
For goddamn show.
Yeah, that wasn't her even on the promotional stuff. So, long story short, when she goes on stage, she does her rant. She goes in on DL, says all this fuck shit about him and disrespects his family, his sexuality, his dog, all of this shit. And they proceed on Instagram to release
on your cow.
Proof. But they proceed to release proof on Instagram. She produced her contract on Instagram, and
they kept calling them receipts. I hated that.
And he produced his performer agreement on his Instagram. And I mean, to his credit, he said, well, which one of us got what we wanted in the contract? Obviously, something was honored and one wasn't. The point is, and the problem I have is, but DL didn't write your contract.
She kept showing her contract, but it was from the Hicks.
Her contract was from her fucking.
Her last name is Hicks, Monique Hicks.
It's from her husband. Typed up their contract.
Yeah.
And then they did that show.
So it was worded the way that she wanted it to
say. Exactly. Right. I want to see the contract that the promoter gave to you that you signed and that you honored, because like he said, she still went on stage and did her set. She could have opted not to do it, but she was under contract. She didn't show us that contract. My problem is, again, what does that have to do with DL? I don't care if DL Hughley went to them and said, I should headline and you should. If those niggas break your contract to put him on, your problem should be with them, not with DL Hughley. That's one thing. Second thing, she said, I'm 30 years in the game. I don't open for nobody. DL Hughley has been in the game just as long, if not longer, than her, but you expect him to open for you. I'm not understanding where the logic comes from your own, what you're standing on. Number three, you tried to make this an attack against Black women. You said DL Hugley gets on his platform and attack Black women, and this is attack Black women, and you tired of men in the industry against Black women? This is the problem I had with the Netflix thing. You tried to make that a us problem, and it was a yo problem, and they doing it again with Black women, saying that this is an attack. But I'm done. That's all I'm saying. Those are the three problems that I have with her stance. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What you want from us?
How do y'all feel about this shit? Do y'all really think that she has
I swear to God, Chairman, I tried to hold on to my point, but I can't remember what it was anymore. I can't remember.
No, this is what
she pick it back up.
This is what she do. She done this for a minute now, right? Like she pop up every few years and she got an issue with somebody. She's picking up all this thing, causing a ruckus to get some kind of relevance. Right? This is her formula. I think she knows that, it works for her. She can go viral with this manufactured beef, I think it is. And I noticed from what you said about how DL Hughley responded, just on a comedian tip, that she came unprepared. A comedian usually comes, like you said, to do a job. He had work. He had 45 to an hour of work that he has prepared and has been crafting over however long he's been on tour to get his shit right for probably most likely a special. That's like the pay-per-view event for a comedian, right? They do all this touring to craft out this. Monique don't got no specials coming. Like she just looking for ready. So she came up here, let me get up here and go in on this nigga for this time, air out all this laundry, because you really ain't got no material.
That's what DL said at the end of that video he was watching.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
The truth of it is you didn't have no material.
Yeah, I have a quick one. And you're right. No, you're right. No material. But what were you going to do if you were the headline? You had nothing.
Well, I want to take this time to thank DL Hughley for letting me be the headline.
That's number one. And what if y'all both had material, but is this DL show? Who's putting on the show?
I would think they're doing it through a promoter.
Yeah, there's somebody
The
else.
local area that hosts this venue hires
So
acts.
does it matter to both of them? Like who's the headliner? Does this have to be like a who's the headliner?
It's a more money thing, I think.
Because if your two heavy hitters are DL and Monique, then it doesn't matter who the headliner is.
It's a money thing. The headliner gets more money.
The headliner does get more money.
I guess.
And if it's not
unless
it's obviously not a friendly tour.
Unless y'all agree between each other.
And it don't seem like that situation, right? She already had animosity going into it, he talked about
it sounded like it sounded like he was questioning whether or not he should do it. But he set aside his reservations anyway. So
and she was bullshitting about what happened on the radio show. She's trying to blame him for that weird ass question that was asked about her husband. But she said it was other radio hosts that asked that question. So how are you attacking this nigga over the question that the other bitch asked you? And it was a bitch. It was a female.
It's the defense thing, right? You ought to defend black women at all costs. That's the mantra right now.
You gotta
protect black women. This woman just annihilate. Go ahead.
This nigga cracking up.
Get you something in on there.
You know when a person is under their skin, when they start going personal about you. When they talk about personal life, when they go about your personal life and they feeling some type of way about you or whatever they got. And she's mad. I think she's still mad about because Netflix wasn't really fucking like that, man. I think it's like shit building up, bro. Like she's like holding shit in, it's building up. You keep getting disrespected probably on the comedian, as far as like I'm not really a well-sought comedian like that, as far as like D.L. Hugley, like all the other comedians out there, like DC Unfile and them. She not on them kind of level.
That's a draw right there. Yeah.
She's not like and look, if I'm gonna go to a show, bro, for a comedian, if it's D.L. Hugley and Monique, I expect Monique to open up. That's just me.
If it's Justin too, yeah.
I expect Monique to open. If it's D.L. Hugley show or venue, whatever it is, Monique, you gonna open up, you gonna make me laugh and shit, you funny, whatever, but you're not gonna be the headliner.
Yeah,
not that person, bro. You're not. You are not the headliner, but I think she's just mad about whatever else she got going on, or whatever that she hasn't accomplished, or what she wants to accomplish for Netflix and other special and this and that. But when someone starts talking about your personal life and your dog, they start talking about your dog and shit, bro. Who we been? Amber Heard, nigga? What we doing, bro? We ain't doing this, so hey, that's how I feel about it.
Family and you was going deep. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And she said she been in the game 30 years. Okay, you been in the game 30 years. You ain't got nothing near D.L. Hugley 30 years compared to your 30 years.
That part. She claims
I'm trying to figure out like how you on the same level as D.L. Hugley, bro. I don't understand how you feel like you should be like Brian said, bro, you ain't got no material. You over here talking shit about this nigga.
I was about to say, if I'm in a crowd, I'll be like, I just want to hear your set.
Right. You see, she said, let's get into the show, and everybody put their phones down. They was like, oh, goddamn. Let me not waste my film.
15 minutes into your 30-minute set.
Right.
And that, I don't want to get started.
No, it's okay. It's okay. She was. We saw the footage, right? I mean, she was tripping. She was probably drunk too. But that was allegation. Power drunk. But tripping by like power tripping. Like you so worried about how long you've been in this industry and stuff. But what if instead of complaining every time you had these gigs, you actually just put on
hit them over the head with a killer show?
And because what have you done in those 30 years?
It's not that, because I think that Monique is actually capable of that. That if she had actually focused on giving people a good show every time instead of complaining about how she was being treated. That eventually, like the people would have been like, "No, you right. People need to fucking pay you. Let's get a Monique special."
I can think of one Monique special. She was
it the one in the prison?
The one in the prison.
Yeah,
that's one I remember. It was fun.
Yeah, like keep them coming. Don't keep making people laugh. That's what you do. That's your living. That's how you get by.
She probably would have gotten better if she had flexed that consistency like a Cat Williams. Cat Williams, I swear, pushed some shit out every couple of years. Mike Epps.
Yeah,
and if we staying in the black realm.
But you know the difference between them? You know the difference between them and Monique? Monique, for the better part of her career, has been controversial. It's been in some drama or some controversy. It's not actually been working. She hasn't been doing movies, doing concerts, sets, shows, specials. She has not been doing that. So to flex that 30 years, you keep saying, I'm 30 years in the game. No, bitch, you've only been known as Monique for 30 years.
Yeah.
You actually haven't been working but half that time.
But you came out 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. I came out 30 years ago. But DL has been working since he's been doing this.
Yeah,
He still
a lot of
has
kids
been
will be like,
relevant.
Right.
He still has been relevant on his radio show, on his YouTube channel, on his podcast, doing stand-up specials. He's still been doing this.
Not just speaking with people. Not just what you want in the comments. We've been in there.
I want in the comments, and I don't want to keep dividing and Team DL or Team Monique, but I really want to know, do y'all really feel like everybody is just out to get Monique? She keep making this thing like everybody's out to get me and making it a protect Black women issue. Mm-hmm. Do y'all really see that? Or do y'all see what everybody else is seeing? That maybe
we passed that.
She might be the problem. What's your
next point? How she said, attacking Black people. I wish Kevin Samuels was still alive to hear what this.
We're gonna invoke the spirit of Kevin Samuels, huh?
God damn it, Kevin!
Yeah. Oh God.
What would Kevin do? T-shirts on the way.
What will Kevin say in this situation?
What would Kevin do?
He'd have a field day with the breakdown for sure.
All right, new ULI t-shirts coming. Man, check them out in the merch store.
WWKD. Hey, Chris, put on the t-shirt, man. What would Kevin say?
WWKD.
What would Kevin say in this situation? WKD. Oh, you better make that, Chris.
WKD and put a picture of KD on there.
That's a good segue.
All right, yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Thanks for watching this quick clip of the You Alive podcast. If you like what you heard, make sure you tune in to full episodes of the You Alive podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. Please give us that review on Apple Podcasts. Trust us, it goes a long way. And please like, share, and subscribe to the content. Also, if you want to join in the ongoing conversation, you can join us on Discord. We interact in the food. And as always, You Alive.